Bluebeam Revu's profiles, or interface configurations, provide an easy way to store menus and other display settings within Revu. Control the toolbar icons displayed within the interface, or create custom toolbars to fit your workflow. Save custom toolsets in the tool chest and pin them to toolbars for easy access. Create custom line styles, PDF templates, and stamps that display dynamic date and time. Let me show you how. There are multiple profiles that come built into Revu, and each are based on a different intended use or workflow. You can choose from some of these pre-made profiles when you first install and open Revu, or at any time from this profile menu down here. You can also access the profile menu by going to View and clicking the arrow next to Profiles. Revu also allows you to customize these profiles, or create brand new profiles to fit your specific needs or job functions. To create a new profile, click the Manage Profiles icon instead of the arrow next to it. From here, click Add and name the profile. Set it as the active profile here and click OK. Now you can make changes to the interface by turning on and off toolbars, adding toolsets, moving tabs, etc. When you're done, click the Save Profile button, like this. As I mentioned, there are multiple features and functions that are tied directly to a Revu profile. For example, in Revu's built-in punch profile, you'll find various toolsets full of punch symbols, the Spaces tab turned on in the left panel, and the Markups list adjusted to only show columns pertinent to a punch workflow. Now if I switch over to the Simple profile, you'll see that not only are all the tabs minimized and toolbars hidden, but the menus at the top no longer show any text under their icons. And the tool chest only holds the most basic markups. Do you want your profile to be this specifically modified? Then continue watching as I show you how to make the most of each of these customizable features. I'll start with the menus at the top of the interface. Currently in my new profile, all the menu bars are visible, and the text for each menu item is showing. To hide a menu bar, right-click on the command bar and click on the menu you wish to hide. To turn it back on, right-click and select it again. To hide or show the text for the menu items, right-click and select Show Text. To minimize the menus, right-click here and select Minimize. To show them all again, click this arrow at the very top of the interface. Now let's talk about customizing your toolbars. To show or hide a toolbar, right-click in the toolbar area or go to View, Toolbars. The highlighted check marks indicate the toolbars already showing on the interface. To show another, simply click it in this list. You can also adjust where they display by clicking and dragging them. To lock all the toolbars so they cannot be moved around, right-click and select Lock. Create new toolbars or edit existing ones under View, Toolbars, Customize. You can also add tools to toolbars directly from the menus up here. Open a menu bar, hover over a tool, select the Pin button, and choose a toolbar from the list. Or create a new one. You can also add toolsets to toolbars in a similar way. Find the toolset in the tool chest, click the gear icon, and select Pin to Toolbar. This will take you to that Customize Toolbars dialog where you can select your toolset, your toolbar, and click the Add Command arrow. Speaking of toolsets, let's talk about those next. As I showed you earlier, toolsets that you create or import can be associated with particular profiles. Click the arrow here to show or hide tool sets in the current profile. Click the Manage Toolsets icon to modify your toolsets even further. From here, you can import toolsets that others have shared with you, export toolsets, add brand new toolsets, and modify your current toolsets. In the Modify Toolset dialog, you can change a toolset's title, the icon that appears if and when you add it to a toolbar, and some other preferences, such as whether it's available from other profiles, and whether it's accessed on your computer using relative paths. Use these arrows to reorder your toolsets, or delete them with this key. And that menu I showed you earlier also allows you to adjust a few more things in your tool chest. Click here to switch between Symbol View and Detail View. Export the toolset, save the toolset, pin the toolset, or hide it from the tool chest. You can also minimize a toolset with these arrows, which allows for more room to view other toolsets. Click these icons to increase or reduce the icon size. You can also adjust the way the markups list appears in a particular profile. In the list itself, you can adjust the width of each column. Click this button to open a list of available columns. Click a column to show or hide it in the markups list. To further modify your columns, click this Manage Columns icon. Here, again, you can choose which columns to display by checking next to them. And you can adjust the order of the columns with these arrows. Clicking the Reset button will reset the column order to default. You'll notice here that the column type is listed next to its name. Currently, all the columns I'm using are built in, but Revu also allows users to create and apply their own columns to PDFs. To learn more about that, check out the Markups List video on our website. Line styles and hatch patterns are also easily customizable and can be associated with profiles. Open the Properties tab and select the Line tool or any of the shape markups. Find the Line Style option, scroll down to the very bottom of the drop-down list, and click Manage. You can also access this dialog from the Line Style toolbar. Here you can modify your line style sets. The standard line style set comes built into all of Revu's profiles and is not modifiable. This advanced set also comes built into Revu in all profiles, but can be modified. Select it and click Modify down here, and you'll be able to edit the names, descriptions, and visual properties of the line styles within it. Up here, you can add or modify lines within this line style. And down here, you can add or edit components on those lines. Add components such as dashes, spaces, dots, text, or vector images you can customize yourself. Edit the various properties associated with the selected component over here. Revu will show you a preview of the line style, so you can be sure it's exactly what you want. Click OK, and that line style will be updated. And you can choose it from the Line Style drop-down list in the Properties panel or the Line Style toolbar. Hatch patterns can be customized in a very similar way. Select an enclosed shape markup, find the Hatch Patterns area and scroll down to Manage. As with the line styles, you can select a set and click Modify to customize the hatch patterns within that set. Or you can click Add and create a brand new hatch pattern set. Click this button to import AutoCAD patterns, and click this button to create a new pattern. For the hatch patterns, the preview appears down here. Click OK when you're finished, and this new pattern will show up in the hatch patterns list. Don't forget to save your profile when you've got it looking the way you want it. Once it's saved, you can export it and send it to a colleague. They can then import that profile into Revu and use it on their desktop or tablet PC. PDF stamps and PDF templates are the last two customizable tools I'll cover in this video. Please note that stamps and templates are not tied to profiles. When you create or import a stamp or a PDF template, you'll be able to use it from any profile. To edit an existing PDF stamp, go to Markup, Stamp, hover over the stamp you want to modify, and click the edit icon that appears next to it. You'll see that Revu has opened this stamp, which is a PDF file, in this special stamp mode, indicated here by this little stamp icon on the tab. This stamp appears on a standard 8.5 by 11 page, which helps you get a sense of the stamp size in relation to a typical page. The actual size of the stamp in inches will appear over here. To resize the stamp, simply resize this box by dragging these blue corner indicators. Use your markup tools to add shapes and text to your stamp. When you add text, Revu will provide you with dynamic text to choose from as well. When you're finished, click Save. If you don't want to save over the original stamp, click Save As instead and save this new stamp into your default stamp folder. Now it's ready to use. To create a new PDF stamp, go to Markup, Stamp, Create Stamp. Add a subject and an author, and choose a stamp template if you'd like. Type in the initial size for the stamp. Remember, you can adjust this later, and adjust some other properties down here. Click OK. Make any necessary adjustments, and click Save. Now you've got a brand new stamp. Finally, you can create and import PDF templates that you can use in this new PDF dialog. Use Revu or one of our PDF plugins to create a template. Then click this Import button to find the file on your computer. Now that PDF will show up in this template list, where you can select it and use it at any time. You can also use your templates when inserting blank pages into existing PDFs. And that's it. Now these aren't all the things you can customize in Revu. Showing you everything would take all day or longer. But what I've covered here should give you a glimpse into the ways you can modify Revu's interface, features, and tools to better fit your everyday work or your specific project-related needs. Thanks for watching, and go get 'em, Bluebeamers!